So I'm going to interrupt your Bach. That's called a Bach interruptus. And I'm doing this for a purpose, which is for you to think about what you felt during that performance, during that piece of music, and the way your brain is reacting to me right now as I'm speaking to you. Some of you may be thinking, oh, I'm back at Terence's wedding, because I played that at my wedding. Some of you may be feeling an emotional response, be seeing color. But we all know that music affects us very deeply. There's a suggestion that music affects us so deeply that it can help bring Alzheimer's patients out of their dementia. What's really important is that we understand that our brain reacts to music very, very differently. So, how many of us had music education when we were children? Show of hands. Okay. Quite a number. And how many people are still playing those instruments today? Okay, so deep in Venice and Los Angeles, there's a lot of lonely instruments in closets and attics. So sad. We focus on music education for children for all the right reasons, right? Musical coordination, creativity, fine motor skills, all of those things. But why do we give this up as adults? Why do we not play these instruments as adults? Or similarly, why do we not pick up instruments as adults? We all love music, right? Every single one of you has a piece of music that speaks to you very, very deeply, right? And what I'm imploring you to do in this discussion is to rediscover music, rediscover the benefits of music. So what's happening in my brain when I'm playing music? I'm engaging the upper part of my brain, the lower part of my brain, the left side of my brain, the right side of my brain. I'm not a brain specialist or a neuroscientist. I'm an architect. My own personal path to music and away from music was growing up in an Asian family. So I had learned piano, then I learned violin, then I picked up the cello, and then I found sports and girls and architecture and design, and I went away from music for a very, very long time. At some point, I refound my way back to music because I became interested in playing a piece of music that I felt deeply about. Now, when you're a child, you have what I call low technique. You're scratching away at Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And you have low technique and low taste. You don't know you suck, right? You're just kind of like, okay. But as an adult, you kind of know that you suck, and it's hard, right? So the way to not, is to not scratch away at Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, is to scratch away at a piece of music that speaks very, very deeply to you on an instrument that you choose, right? Not to disparage the accordion players in the room, but maybe you didn't choose the accordion or the tuba. Now that you're an adult, you get to choose both the music and the device. And the other advantage we have as adults, so we've got passion as our to our advantage. And the other thing we have to our advantage is the internet, right? I would suggest, and I haven't done this test myself, that you could probably Google Van Halen eruption solo on a ukulele, and somebody on YouTube has done it and probably has a tutorial and will teach you how to do it. It's never been easier in history of the world to pick up an instrument that you want to learn and to learn it. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of what I've been working on. I'm using an electric cello. I'm going to engage all of my limbs because I'm using a looper here, so you'll see me use my feet. You'll be witnessing my brain making adjustments, muscle coordination, and trying to put together a piece of music. Now, the dirty little secret here that you all should know as adults in the room is that when you engage the brain, when you're playing an instrument, you're giving your brain a full body workout. And you're engaging all of those pieces. And that engagement will make you live longer. Brain elasticity and plasticity go on in life. You don't have to stop learning things as a child. And in fact, learning as an adult will make this really engaged, creative, wonderful group of people creative and engaged longer in life. Musical instrument, longer lifespan. That's what I'm here to tell you about. So, I'm an Ohioan. I was an Ohioan, and I traveled across the desert to get to Los Angeles. And the only piece of music I had in my car at the time was a mixtape. It was a 1978 Celica, and it was Joshua Tree, U2's Joshua Tree, which was my favorite rock anthem album at the time. And I was traveling across to Los Angeles, which in my mind was sort of the city of Oz. It was an incredible journey. I had great optimism. One last thing I wanted to say is, in the spirit of starting small, I want all of you to remember your musical lessons as a child. It's very simple. 7 notes. All music is 7 notes. And a couple sharps and flats, but 7 notes. Treble clef, bass clef. The key is middle C. You find middle C, you know the rest of the keyboard, you can play anything. I guarantee it.